Looked like a stiff breeze would blow him over.
Yeah, this one is gonna be fun.
I'm Andy Dufresne.
The Dufresne, I sort of equate my escape from the corporate world, which took 20 years, to the Shawshank Redemption. So that's what we're doing here. I could use the clicker dies, which if you want to know more about these, see my last video on the shop tour, but not everyone has clicker dies. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut everything out by hand and show you exactly how to do it the easy way. So this is what we're going after, the Dufresne. But let me show you some tricks to make this easy. We're going to start with some pattern pieces. You don't have pattern pieces, right? Well, I'm going to show you a trick to make it easy. We're going to make it 4 3/8 by 2 7/8. Now, there's a curve, and by the way, ignore all these rounded corners, even on my patterns. I'll show you how to do that. Also, easy at the end. But we want a little curve in here to make this pretty, all right? Well, watch this. You know that needs to be centered. So the easiest way, we got the Mascon and ZB centering ruler. Put that like that.
Yeah.
4 3/8 is right here. Well, if you look down here, it's right there too. 4 3/8, 4 3/8. And look at that. Bam, center. Almost done. The hardest part is getting that center. But now we've got that. If you've got one of these or any ruler, put that right there on the line. Get an arc punch. That's 2 inches. Just put it out there on 2 inches. Center it. You can draw a line or you can mark it however you want. Let's just draw it so it's not so noisy. So there's that. Now just punch that out. Mascon ZB anvil. Cut punch mat thingy-mabobber from line that up. Bam. Now all 3 of these pieces are exactly the same. Now you think I'm getting ahead of myself because wait a minute, I don't have these pieces cut out yet. Well, just take a box, cereal box, whatever. Let's just make one of those real quick and real easy. Watch this. The Mascon and ZB square. Let's cut out a piece. Mark your straight corner. You know it's 4 3/8. We want 4 3/8. Just put that right there. 4 3/8. Take your bump jig, set it right there like so. Take your square like so. Put it on your line right there. Now you need 2 7/8.
Mark it.
2 7/8. Same thing. Put your bump jig. Oh, the chicken is the same as the original. Identical.
You think you'll ever get out of here?
Now what about this sexy piece right here? This one? Not a problem. 4 inches by 2.5 inches. We already got our corner marked, so 4 inches by 2.5. Now, we just need some pretty curves. An easy trick is the arc jigs. Now, curves are subjective as far as what's pretty and what's not, but let's just make some. I'm right-handed, so let's put it over here. There's one. And we need another one down here somewhere. You know, just make it pretty. Down here somewhere. Like so, right? Yeah. Now just connect those two. Let's use this one. Just touch the top of that line to the top of that line with this sweep. And look at that. Now cut it. Pretty. Wait, I hear you say you only made one of these instead of 3 of these. All right, I'll show you how to make 2 more. Quick, easy. Even in real time, that was quick. Okay, let's regroup. Sexy pocket done. The other 3 pockets done. And now you're wondering what's going on here. The ID window. Okay, I'll show you that. Simple. For your ID window, you really have 2 choices. You can measure the 4 outsides or the inside and then shift it around on your pocket. It doesn't matter, but the easiest way is probably the inside. That's pretty much the same size on all of mine, whether it gets a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller each way. If you do the outside, if your thing gets bigger, your hole's gonna get bigger. But anyway, this rectangle, the opening, I have this roughly 2 7/8 by 1 3/4. And on this particular size wallet, I have the top and the bottom at 5/8 of an inch and the 2 sides at about 3/4 of an inch. So that's a rough guideline, but it's pretty easy. Just make a rectangle. Then grab a little tiny arc punch, punch just the corners right there. See the corners? Just punch the 4 corners out with that, and I'll show you the rest when we get to it. You're gonna love it. Can we get to the leather already? Yes, let's go. Okay, where are we? We're right here. Right here. Let's do right here. Let's make this quick. Now we let that dry, and while that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and throw another sheet of plywood, birch plywood, on this workbench. Add some heft so it's not quite so loud and a little sturdy, more of a chopping block top. And my son Mason here is helping me put that on and level it up. Now to screw this down, start in the center so that there's no pockets, and then work your way out, all the way out. So this will be a total of over 1.5 inches thick when I'm done.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice.
To make this easy, it'd be easier to have a straight line right across. So those are in a straight line, so let's just do that. Do that later. But put a straight line right on here, much, much easier. And you see how this doesn't go all the way down? Got a trick for that too. Now slide this, and look, woohoo! Straight all the way across. Let's get these 2 real quick. Now a straight corner, and then roll the way I did the patterns. That has to be the same as those, so easy.
Busy living.
Next up. Now, grab a bump jig, corner jig, like so, and just trace that line. And cut. How easy is that? Yeah.
You get busy, Ty.
Back to our ID window trick. Remember the corners? Let's make this easy. Grab one, get your corner jig, like so, like so. Mark these corners on your leather. Like so. I don't like to punch on my Alvin self-healing mat. Now, connect the dots. Essentially, you have two choices. One is to put a ruler on there and cut. Your second choice is to just put a straight cutter through there. Hold on, let me show you. These are from Kevin Lee. These are from eBay, Amazon, cheap. And if you don't have these, that's fine. We can use those. They work. Let's go. Connect the dots. Could it be any easier? Before we start beveling, let's get this curve going. Remember that? Corner in that bump jig. Test out our new table. Perfect. Now make that pretty. You can just eyeball it. I want a slight curve right here, which I don't have on my pattern, but we can make it easy. Just take where you know you've got your center, put it on here like you know you need it, and then just move it forward up a little bit, like so, and trim that off. And then round that off. Ever so slight. All right, let's get all these edges beveled, dyed, and burnished. I've shown a bunch of tips using the bump jigs here, but if you want to see more tricks and how to use them, I'll pop up a video at the end of this video. Once I get this Dufresne wallet all wrapped up, just click on that one and you can see more magic. Oh my Lord, we need a logo right there. Mascon ZB anvil on the arbor press. Boom. You ready? Now, do that to the rest. And through the magic of film and time travel, they're done. Are we rolling or are we rolling? We are rolling like the Rolling Stones. Done with those. Let's button this thing up. Rough up the edges for glue. This is the Mascon and ZB rougher. We have these available on the website. Link in the description. Rough this up so the glue penetrates. Remember, there's going to be a curve down here on all these. Curve, so all right, so our sexy pocket goes on the curve pocket, which would be something like that. So we gotta scuff up this. Huh, bump jigs. I've shown how to glue in 70 or so videos, so I'm not going to waste your time on all how to glue. Now, let's glue those together, and we'll be somewhere. Olivia, what are you doing? God, son of a bitch. Huh? Are we getting there? Yeah, we're getting there. Let's just make these pretty happy corners. Next, we need it stitched, obviously, but as you can see, the stitching loops over the edge, so we got to get the edge done before we stitch. But let's mark the stitch first and put the holes in first, then do the edge, then stitch, then wrap it up. Now remember, I did a whole video on hand stitching, so I explain all of this in the video. Link in the description. And just like that, we have our holes. This hole loops over here. Make sure it matches the same height as this hole over here. And make sure that hole falls over that edge. Let's do some edge work. Hold on, Olivia. No, I can't whistle. Look at okay. Yep, like that. That's acceptable. Now do that around the rest. Boom, like that. All right, so now stitch it up. And I am not going to go through how to hand stitch because there's a whole video designated just for that on the channel. All right, we did it. See how fun and easy that can be? Huh? Looks good, looks good. Love it. Now, go have some fun. That has to be the same.